All right, if you are trying to keep an eye on what's happening in the Austin, Texas real estate market and the markets are surrounding Austin, that's what I'm here for, guys. Chris Pesek, broker associate at Pesek Properties, been a realtor in Austin since 2011. In this video, we are going to talk about Austin, Texas real estate over the last 30 days. Real quick, data-driven analysis of what we're seeing on the ground. All right, let's take a look at what it looks like. Okay, so this time of year, typically we are not necessarily adding listings in terms of active listings. That number's usually dropping. Guys, that is different this year. We're up 4,652. That's 11% over last month. Under contracts is also off a little bit right now. Typically, this June timeframe, we're seeing contracts added, and right now we're seeing them peel off. Usually that doesn't happen until July, so some interesting things happening in the market right now. Move-in ready homes, almost all of the listings that we gathered over the last 30 days have been move-in ready homes. That means our builder inventory is not being added to right now. Builder inventory is staying pretty stable overall. Days on market crept up just a little bit. Again, something we're not used to seeing in this May to June timeframe. Average sales price down about 2%. That's pretty stable. It was down about 1% last month also. So we're seeing just kind of a little bit of a cap on prices right now from an average sales price perspective. And then closed in the last 30 days. This is what's interesting. That dropped. That should not have dropped. That should have gone up in a normal market. That would have gone up. And if you remember back to last month's video on this, our under contracts last month were 1,299. And of those, 869 closed. So there's somewhere in the neighborhood of about 400 contracts that either fell out or maybe those are extended contracts with builder inventory. But we've lost quite a few contracts over the last month. Now, we haven't had a giant interest rate hike since April, so a lot of people are wondering what's going on. And you know what? Honestly, this is an unprecedented market. I have not seen a market like this in my time in real estate. And in talking to a lot of older realtors, people that have been in the business since the 90s, they haven't either. So this is a really, really interesting time for us. And I'm not going to pontificate on what I think we're going to see moving forward. This little short video is just about what we're seeing right now. If you want to see more about this and my thoughts on it, we've got a Monday show on Facebook. If you go to Dripping Springs Home Team on Facebook, that is my business Facebook site. We do a live show on Monday nights where we talk about why we're seeing what we're seeing. But overall, right now, market's a little bit different than what it normally is. And if you ask me, the time to buy a house is when nobody else is buying a house. And the time to sell a house is when the market's hot. You're never going to time it exactly. But right now, the market is definitely not hot. And there's not a lot of buying going on compared to other years. So it might be one hell of a time to get a great deal in Austin, Texas. All right. See you next month when I bring you another one of these in July. All right. Stay cool.